What's good, everyone? So quick heads up, today's video is going to be a bit different because I'm literally just doing this live. No script, no edits. I've been testing crypto platforms for a few years, and at some point it just became second nature. New project drops, I go check it out, I see if it actually does what it claims to do. Mining infrastructure has been the thing I keep gravitating towards lately because there's some solid tech developing in that space right now. This platform specifically, I've been running it for about 2-3 weeks, just quietly logging sessions and watching how it behaves. And today felt like the right time to just open it up and walk through everything. And before we're done, I want to get into something that I think doesn't get talked about enough, which is how to actually protect yourself out here. All right, let's move. So one thing that caught my attention pretty early with this platform is that it runs clean on any device I throw at it. Phone, tablet, desktop, same experience across all of them, which sounds basic, but a lot of platforms actually fumble this.
So right now I'm just pulling up a browser and navigating to the site. And while I do that, if you're watching this and thinking you want to try it yourself, the link is going in the description and I'm pinning it in the comments too, so it's easy to get to. Okay, homepage is up, going ahead and clicking launch right here, and there's my dashboard. So this is basically where everything lives. All the controls, all the data. This is the screen I'm working from during a session. All right, first thing on the list is picking a token. And actually I want to pause here for a second because this is something I think is worth highlighting. The platform runs on multi-chain tech, which means I'm sitting here with 14 different assets to choose from. That's a pretty meaningful amount of flexibility, especially compared to what a lot of other platforms offer. Okay, then I'm moving over to the data center cluster settings. So what I'm essentially doing here is dialing in how hard the system works, how much gets committed resource-wise, how the session is going to run from top to bottom, and I want to be clear that this directly affects what the fee is going to look like at the end. So I'm actually thinking through these numbers rather than just picking something randomly. Okay, now hitting start now, and good, session is running. Console is live right in front of me and I can see everything. How long it's been going, current resource draw, my session progress, and a live log feed over here that I find really helpful to keep an eye on as things develop. So I'm going to let it run for a few minutes and then we'll get straight into the withdrawal process. Okay friends, so a few minutes have passed, so let me go ahead and stop this now. Okay, pop-up is on screen and here it is, the exact amount of tokens that came out of this session. So to actually pull it out, step 1 is entering my receiving address for the token I had running. Simple enough, let me just get that in now. Good. Next thing is the infrastructure fee. So that's essentially the platform's cut for running the session, and it gets calculated from the settings I had configured plus the total session duration. And okay, this is a detail I genuinely like. I'm not tied to any one specific token to cover this fee. I can just use whatever's most convenient for me at this moment. There's also a wallet connect option if I want to handle the whole thing automatically in one move, but going manual today though, just so every step is out in the open and easy to demonstrate. Everything's filled out, tapping I've sent right here, and now we're just waiting for the payment to process. And while that works, okay, this is actually perfect timing because I really did want to get into this before we wrap up, the safety stuff, because I think this is genuinely the most useful thing I can share. So a few actual things I check now before I go anywhere near my wallet. First thing is the site. And I know that sounds surface level, but honestly, it's one of the most consistent tells I've come across. Scan projects almost always look like they were put together fast and on a budget. You land on the page and something just doesn't feel right. The layout is a bit off. Things don't quite sit where they should. The whole thing has this slightly unfinished quality, like it was built to be looked at quickly rather than actually used. A legitimate platform just feels different the moment you land on it, and the more you look at these things, the faster you start clocking the difference. Second thing I do is actually move through the product itself. Click around, try different things, see how it responds when you actually use it. If the interface feels like it was never properly tested before going live, confusing navigation, things that half work, flows that don't quite make sense, that's a real signal about how much the people behind it actually invested in what they built. And the thing I'll always come back to, no matter what, get crypto off the platform and into a wallet that you can control. That one habit alone has probably saved me more times than I even realize. Okay, so just to bring everything together, I've been actively running this platform for a few weeks now. Over 16 sessions in, went through basically the entire token list, genuinely tried to find something that didn't add up. And the honest answer is every single session ran cleanly. Everything processed the way it was supposed to, just consistent results across the board. So if you want to see it for yourself, link is in the description, pinned in the comments as well. See ya.